think it's finally working. It took a minute. Hello, anybody that's out there that shows up. Um, just got through pretending to listen to Ski Lodge and was still bored. So, hey, Robert S. I'm going to um, attempt to put the link out. There we go. And let's see here. Hello, Tom's Vinyl Shack. See if that works. Hopefully that'll work if anybody wants to come up. I don't want to sit here alone. uh, yeah, Tom. The Star Wars Holiday Special is the best thing ever. Blows the movies away. It's just awesome, man. Um, can't get enough of that B. Arthur. Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, here we are. I'm very bored, but that's typical. Um, it's just life, I guess. uh, um, so yeah, just wanted to say hi. We can talk about Christmas. We could talk about just music, same stuff we always talk about. It doesn't really matter. Um, no rules, just you know, no dissing or anything like that either. Um, just nice, nice chat. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the Jefferson Starship makes. Hello, Captain. The Jefferson Starship definitely makes the Star Wars Holiday Special. What the hell, man? They must have been at a low point in their career to have done that thing. Wow. just, just, just horrific. Um, sadly, there's probably worse holiday specials than the Star Wars holiday special, but my gosh, not very many. uh, anyway, let's see. I'm sort of hoping a certain someone comes up, and again, if there are other certain someones that want to come up, please do. Um, I did put the link out. Hopefully, it works. This is only my second time ever of doing this, not playing records. And so, oh, we got somebody. Yay!
I'm not sure if I'm the certain someone you wanted, but I'm here.
Oh no, you're absolutely fine. I'm very no. I was talking to someone else before the show, and that's why I went on. But you are more than welcome, my
Thank
friend.
you.
More the merrier, in fact. I'm not the guy to carry these things. So how are you, Robert?
Well, I hope you're not going to rely on me.
Sure.
So I joined Steven's show a little bit late, like half hour late or so, and I was like, "Oh, this is different. How come he's got like six people up on the screen?"
Well, what what
And
what
then he said
what
he had
I
some
think
difficulties.
what
So
yeah what I think happened is he doesn't save his shows for some reason, and I don't know why. He should get an external hard drive. I mean, I have every show I've ever done saved. Um, but and then he cleaned his after he put the show up, something happened and it's not there. I searched for it and I couldn't find it at all. Um, and he cleaned his MacBook since he put the show up, so it must have deleted it. So he didn't even have the show wouldn't play, it wasn't there, and he didn't have it to reinstall. which is just sad, really.
Yeah,
You know,
that's too bad.
you put so much time into these things. I save every single show I've ever done. I have um digitally at least.
Right.
I'd like to put them physical, but that's a lot of DVDs to burn. Even if you put them on just as files, it's still a lot of DVDs to burn. So I've never done it.
Yeah, well, you put together your podcasts, and it's like
Yeah.
you call it like the hour, and of course it's about
Uh-huh.
90 to about 120 minutes long.
Yes.
It's like it's never an
Yes.
hour.
No, that was the joke when I started. They were always supposed to be 90-minute shows. That was my target time when I started.
Oh, okay.
And they've just grown exponentially since then. But that was the joke. And I have one nephew that thought it was funny, and he's the only one that ever got the joke. that it's not an hour. Yeah, whatever.
But hey, it's an enjoyable time.
Well, thanks. I appreciate
it. Your shows are kind of like what Steven did with the super special Christmas special. Played music that you may not have heard before, but it's really enjoyable.
Yeah, that's
what you do.
That's the whole idea. You have to. Hello, Beans.
Hey, Beans.
Hey, guys.
Nice.
I mean, I have to play some standard stuff that some people know. Otherwise, everyone will just run for the hills and clear out. But, I try not to play an oversaturation of that. And I try not to play songs that are currently on the radio every day. I don't play much rock on my show. I play more rock and roll. You rarely hear Hendrix or Zeppelin or Creedence or the people you hear on every rock station daily. You don't generally hear.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You can hear that anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to? And I've said that on my show before. If you want to hear Boston, go turn on your FM radio and wait a half an hour. You'll hear them. You don't need me to play it.
Right.
I'm playing something else.
Exactly. Yeah, I couldn't imagine tuning into Snap, Crackle, Pop and like hearing More Than a Feeling.
No.
I'd be like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
No, you'll hear
Tim's lost his mind.
You'll hear that stuff elsewhere. I don't need to play it. It's not that I hate it. I don't love it. It's not where I live.
Right.
But and I do play some rock, but more obscure rock when I do. Again, you can, radio is out there. You can listen to, that stuff any day of the week. And that's why I'll play more. I play more 80s than I used to now. And some 90s, just because you don't hear that stuff on the radio as much as you used to.
Right. Oh, I like what Steven did at the end of the chat where he said the next show will have Partridge Family, the Osmonds, and the Brady Bunch. It's like, wow, something to look forward to.
Hey, guys.
Hello, Captain.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Captain?
How are you guys doing this evening?
Doing all right.
Doing
I
good.
need
No
to say
complaints.
hello to Kimba. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I was gonna mention I was gonna do this on Steven's show, and then I just decided, nah, I don't want to. Nah.
Yeah, Goodwill the other day I got Moby Grape's first album, the uncensored covered version.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, 79 cents. I thought that was a pretty good deal.
Nice.
That's an amazing deal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
If it's in what kind of shape's it in?
VG Plus.
Yeah,
Okay.
Great deal.
I have
great for 79 cents.
I have 2 copies of that. One's an original with the uncensored cover, and then I have a reissue.
Yeah. And I think the one that I have is a promo because it's got like a hole punch in the corner. Back then, when they gave those to radio stations and stuff, they'd punch the corner.
Yeah, it could be, but it might
could
not
be a
be.
cutout.
Columbia wasn't known for punching corners. Capitol was. You get a punched hole in a Capitol, and it probably is. Columbia, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought I got a good deal when I picked up the Monkeys Live, the Mickey and Mike show.
Yeah.
At my thrift store for $1.99. But
Yeah,
79 cents from Moby Grape.
That's a good deal. The best deal that I got at the thrift store though ever was probably 5 years ago. I bought Nico and the banana cover for Velvet Underground.
Yeah,
the
wow.
banana was peeled, but it was a first pressing.
Oh, okay. The Andy Warhol
Yeah.
cover. Wow.
But even with that banana peeled, it's still worth a little bit of money. Not as much.
What was the back cover like? Does it have the
it has the
cover?
Yeah, it has the face and the thing. What's his name?
Oh, so it's not airbrushed. It's original like Emerson back cover.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a deal there, I'd say.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Hello, Greg, man.
Yeah, hello, Greg, man. So I wanted to show this and just say, anybody that's a John Lennon fan, I made this last night, and this is the first cover I've made for a CD in a long, long time. They don't have the way to do it anymore, but I made this. John Lennon Single Fantasy.
Nice.
And what this is all the John Lennon songs from those sessions, but I used the stripped mixes from Double Fantasy because they sound more like, you know, the Milk and Honey stuff. Right. And I just put first song, second song, third song. There's 14 tracks on it, and I recommend people do this that like this album because this is a really good listen, actually.
Yeah, if you're gonna mix them together like that, like the only way to do it is to use the stripped version.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Strip mixes, and I use the remastered. This version is slightly different. I used this version that came out a few years ago.
Okay.
And it is slightly different than the regular one.
And the regular Milk and Honey.
There are a few differences. I use that, and then I use that, of course.
I like Kimber's comment. I have a single fantasy about Lennon too.
I use the Grold along with.
And I thought it was me, Kimber.
I use Grold.
Oh, okay.
With the strings. I like that version better than the version on here, which is where I got Every Man Loves a Woman from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But I think this is a better version of Grold Along With Me. And that's what I used.
Yeah, I don't have that disc.
Yeah, I have the LP for that John Lennon Essentials thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did something similar with the White Album where I took like all of John's songs and all of Paul's and made separate discs.
And you took Ringo's and made a single and George's an EP.
Yeah. Robert S. took Ringo's song and like made a one track promo EP.
Over and over and over.
Single. Oh, you can put Good Night on the back of that though. That would work.
That's true.
Or he could take Ringo's song and like different versions of it and make a maxi single out of it.
Yeah, I play it in my car. When somebody's trying to pass me, I play it. Don't pass me by.
Don't pass me by. Good night.
Yeah, right.
Do you guys remember those 12-inch maxi singles where they had different versions of the song on it?
Yeah. Uh-oh, Stephen Schnee.
Uh-oh,
Beatles are stupid. Wow.
Hey, Stephen Schnee.
Just in case he is bored and would like to join us. There you go,
come up,
Stephen. I would like it, but
continue the merriment.
Yes.
The joy of this holiday season. So I finished my actual Christmas shopping. I thought I was done. Then I realized I had to get one more thing for my son. So a quick online order for a Nintendo Switch game through Best Buy. I went there. I almost did the curbside pickup, but I said, what the heck, I'll go in. I went in there. I think it might have been 4 customers, tops. It was like empty.
Wow.
Yeah, Best Buy isn't what it used to be. They're over fucking priced on everything.
I haven't been to my local Best Buy, which is tiny, by the way. It's almost not worth going into in a couple of years. They quit carrying CDs and they quit carrying movies. And it's like, well, what's the point? You know,
Right.
I mean.
Yeah, I think about the only thing they sell is like, TVs now.
Yeah,
I think the last time I was in a Best Buy was November 9th, 2009, when I bought the remasters of Revolver and the White Album. I think that's the last time I stepped foot in a Best Buy.
Yeah.
Wow. They had something, a special edition McCartney. Maybe I bought McCartney's Live in New York City CD DVD combo there. Was there a special?
Yeah.
It's probably one of the last things I bought there.
I mean, that's pointless to go to Best Buy anymore. I mean, you can get Amazon to deliver it pretty much with 2-day delivery or same-day ship out. And if you're a Prime member, it's free, so...
Yeah, I do most of my shopping probably online through Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to leave your chair anymore,
Well, yeah, believe me, I know. I work from home. It's like, you know what?
Yeah, unless you have to go out to make a buck, like everything you need can be brought to you. Like it's ridiculous.
Right. Hello, Stephen.
Hey, Stephen.
Hello again, Stephen.
Good evening. Happy holidays.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, I'm out of step. Okay, no, I'm not out of step. I was going to say I put my Osmonds away.
I got a few things in the mail today or yesterday from the Rock Candy label. I don't know if anybody's into like Jolyn Turner. There's 2 Loverboy albums. I know you guys aren't into this, but I just got those in the mail. And Ian Thomas. Ian Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah, the Ian Thomas band.
Is that the same
There we
Ian
go.
Thomas that painted ladies? Is that the same guy?
It could be.
Dave Thomas's brother
Still
from
here.
SCTV.
Does it look like it might be?
I think it might be. Yeah.
Well, it's
Remember
talking
the
about.
song? Remember "Painted Ladies" from Ian Thomas back in like
Yeah.
1971?
Oh,
Yeah, that was
it's,
Dave.
That's his
Yeah,
only
that was
hit.
Dave. That was Dave Thomas from SCTV. That was his brother.
wow.
Wow.
Here's a couple other things. Let me see if there's anything cool that I've gotten. I was I got this today from Gary Wilkerson. He always, every time I'm on the stream, I mention something, and then he'll, let's say Beans will say, "Hey, did you get the new whatever?" And I say, "No, I haven't picked it up yet." A week later, it shows up in the mail. Somebody just sends it to me. Gary Wilkerson is one of those guys, but it's the Mike Sam singers. So this is perfect for, these are all like old lost advertisements and stuff that will go perfect.
I love the Mike Sam singers.
Yeah. And this will be part of Ski Lodge, of course. If anybody
They
can.
did the theme song to one of the Jerry Anderson shows.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I can never remember the name of it. The one about there was a priest that like solved crimes, and
Here's
and they did the theme.
This is a great lost sunshine pop band called Orange Colored Sky. I think the album came out in '68, or at least it was recorded in '68. You know those great bop-bop-ahs and harmonies and all that fun.
Yeah.
This I picked up for $6.99. This has been out of print for a long time. It's a Sammy Davis Jr. album, but all the songs he does on it are impressions of these people.
Really?
Yeah, so James Cagney, Jimmy Stewart, Jerry Lewis, you know, blah, 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 blah. Huckleberry Hound.
Huckleberry Hound.
I need to hear that now.
Just in case, Robert, if you go online and look, it's called All Star Spectacular. Sammy Davis Jr. All Star Spectacular. And these are the songs that are covered. So it has these stars, or his impersonations of like each song has a couple different impersonations.
Indeed, I do.
And the last thing I'll show you is I got this. Are you guys familiar with the Jet Set?
Yes.
They were from like the 80s, like the mid to late 80s, but they dressed like the monk
cover. They do Dream Believer?
No, I just posted something on my page that was an homage to Daydream Believer.
Oh, okay.
All their stuff, you know, as you can tell, well, these are like little action figures or something, but they wore those monkeys-like shirts and pants and stuff, and all the songs are like sort of homages to the Monkees, the Beatles, and all that 60s stuff. Now it's from the 80s, but you know, you can hear some keyboards in there that are very 80s sounding, but generally speaking, every song is written. You know, the Jet Set just was pure 60s pop. So there are a few songs on there with the bop-bop-ahs, you know, Sunshine Pop and all that kind of stuff. Cool. That's yeah, it's a really cool band. I'll see if there's anything else. Oh, I finally got this.
Speaking of Monkey and Beatles, when you're done, I got something to show.
Finally picked up this. I was never into the whole idea. Now, of course, I have XTC Black Sea on, you know, different variations of the CD or whatever, but this is the Steven Wilson remix, and it comes with the Blu-ray, you know, with the 5.1 surround or whatever. But I'm actually like, I don't like when, you know, original recordings that I love are like remixed for no reason. You know, I mean, I don't mind it, but I don't go out of my way to buy them. But but the XTC ones, I started. I'm just going to buy them all because I listened to those albums, you know, for the last 40 years, and I've loved them.
Well, so. Steve Wilson does a great job too.
Oh, he does.
An amazing job. Yeah,
absolutely.
He absolutely does, and he's done it for a lot of bands. Oh, that's now. Do those have bonus tracks or are those straight, Robert?
Bonus on it.
Oh, there are bonuses.
First 5 albums.
Oh, so those are like a reissue of like the 95 CDs.
The funny thing is the bonus tracks are listed back here, but they're not on these CDs.
Exactly.
Listing on the back.
They just had the straight reproduction of the album covers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that does look like the 95 versions of the CDs. Oh, what the? Oh, is that a Robert P?
That's a Robert P. Yeah, I got the Magical Mystery Tour also.
The German.
The German
greatest. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Which has the different opening to. Was it Can't Buy Me Love, I think?
No, that has the five hi-hat
All My
intro,
Lovin'.
yeah.
All My Lovin', which is on the original German with the Beatles album.
Yeah.
I have a copy of that. I never knew where it was from, and I found a copy of that and went, whoa.
I also got this in the mail. 2 pounds of popcorn.
Back.
Is it one flavor or is it the 3 flavor?
3 flavors.
There you go.
Butter popcorn, cheese popcorn, caramel popcorn. Whoa.
Those are so awesome. And I'm the guy that will eat all flavors together. Whereas, you know, some people will eat just the regular popcorn, and when that's done, they'll take a handful of one hand. No, with me, I I take out the little center thing that separates them
Yep, I
and just
do
let
the
it all
same
mix
thing.
together.
That's the first thing I do is take out that center thing and then shake it up and mix it all together.
Just
Yeah.
swirl it all together there.
Exactly. So you get the savory with the sweet, you know.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Just
with
like
my dinner
Tim.
sometimes.
You get savory with sweet with
You
Tim.
got to mix
Yeah,
up the
just-
meat and the potatoes and the vegetables.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the kind of guy that'll scoop up whatever's on the plate with a little bit of applesauce with it. You know what I mean? So you get that sweet and savory flavor.
Yeah. And I'm the type of guy that mixes my like if I have mashed potatoes and stuffing and corn, I'll mix it all together and then eat it that way.
Yeah,
hmm
me too.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Now
That's what
now
the
when
holidays are all about.
Right.
now when you
Don't
guys
invite Monk to your house for Thanksgiving dinner.
oh, I want to show you. Do you guys mind if I show you the snacks that girl from Australia sent?
No.
Not at all.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah, she sent me this box. I mean, it all started on Ski Lodge. She mentioned in the chat that there was like do you guys have chicken twists over there? And it's like, I'm thinking, what's that or whatever? She said, oh, it's a chip. And I said, no, but I'd love to taste some of that stuff from Australia. So she put this box together, and it was expensive to send. Because you guys know, like from Australia,
Yeah.
you know, you can buy a $15 CD and pay $30 to ship it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me grab this here.
He's going to pull up a jar of Vegemite.
Are you guys making fun of me?
No, but
I'm making fun of Vegemite.
Actually, I have two different boxes to show you.
two
Okay,
boxes? That's a lot
this
of
is the-
shipping cost.
Holy crap.
Damn, that's crazy.
Wow,
Yeah, I know.
that's a lot of food.
So this is what she sent. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video or start a video like tomorrow. And like each day I'll eat like one or two, or I'll open one or two, because I think some of these my girlfriend might want, like the cherry things or whatever. And then like after a week, then I'll put the video together and it'll be me doing taste test, because I totally got to keep up with Dolan's taste test videos.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They'll never be as
That
good.
means you have to
but-
taste it first and then videotape it.
Okay, here's these are Shapes Originals Barbecue, and these are oven baked, not
Barbie.
fried. Is that?
Shapes on
And-
the Barbie.
And these caught my eye. Wagon Wheels Original. They're marshmallow things. These are all
Oh, that's
Australian.
Yeah, that looks like the marshmallow
moon
cookies
pies.
and Keeblers. Yes.
Yeah. Tim Tams.
Ooh, I love those.
I've never had Tim Tams before.
Oh, I have. They're good.
Out of all the stuff, there's only one thing that I had, but I'll tell you what that is. Here's something here called Cherry Ripe, Luscious Cherries and Coconut in Big Gold Dark Chocolate. What is that?
Can't go wrong with cherries and chocolate.
Here's these look like the Thin Mint type things, or the
Yeah, like the Boy Scouts, though. Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Girl Scouts.
I'll pass on those.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of chocolate mint, but I'm going to try everything. Then here's
Selling Girl Scout cookies.
here's what she was talking about: the Twisties, which is popular in Australia.
Chicken flavored?
These are cheese flavored,
Oh, cheese. Okay.
and then
I can't read English.
chicken.
There you go.
So
There
2
you
bags
go.
of Twisties. These are Caramello Koala, milk chocolate with smooth caramel or flowing caramel.
it's
So it
not
looks
real
like it's,
koala. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, made by Cadbury. That's going to
Yeah.
be different than the Cadbury.
Koala
chocolate
flavored
you get here.
twisties.
Mm-hmm. Then Rock Leo Road raspberry milk chocolate, hand pressed.
Ooh.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, and then finally, this I've had before, and this is probably my favorite candy of all time. But not many stores carry it, but I have had it. It's Violet Crumble. Have you guys ever had that?
No.
It's the honeycomb. It's the honeycomb. It's like chocolate covered honeycomb.
Center? Right.
It's amazing.
Wow.
It has a very, very unique texture to it. But I haven't had it literally in probably a decade. So I guess it may not be my absolute favorite, but
I have to say I admire your restraint and not just ripping all that open and eating it like I would have done.
oh no, but like if I'd bought these myself, I would have said, screw the making a video. I'm just digging in. But I mean, I've had this for over a week, and I've been meaning to try to make a video, but it's just been like super duper busy.
Oh, they go
What's so
all those
funny?
crisps.
Yeah, exactly. And just real fast, I also want to show you a couple things that I got in the mail. These were all free, but I asked for them. The Mr. Rogers Best Of.
I bought that. I bought that on vinyl and CD.
Oh, did you buy it on vinyl? This is fantastic if you guys don't have it. It's the Rare Reprise singles by Trini Lopez. It's pure amazing. Jan and Dean, Filet of Soul Redux.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've got a few NRBQ titles, but I won't go through those. I'll just tell you it's NRBQ. And then I got a bunch of Buck Owens.
Oh, yeah.
Including this 6 CD
Just had
box
an
set.
orgasm.
Yeah,
The
I just
complete
had my
Capitol-
first real orgasm.
A musical orgasm.
The Capitol singles 57 to 75, a 6 CD box set. That's just one of the many. One of the many titles here. To go along with
Buck
the
Owens is
theme.
underappreciated.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, Christmas. Plus a couple of the Don Rich, with the Buckaroos and stuff, and then also another guy with the Buckaroos, and then a couple Jellyfish. Sadly not the albums. These are things I'll probably never listen to. One is live at Bogart's, which is a club in Long Beach, I think. And then Radio Jellyfish, which is their radio broadcast things.
I have
I
both of
love
those.
everything they ever do.
I have both of those.
They-
Stephen. They're worth. I know you're not a live guy, but they are definitely worth listening to. Especially they do covers, which are very, very cool.
They did a great version of Let 'Em In, and then they went into their own song, That Is Why.
Yeah, that is why.
Yeah.
But they
did
a
great
movie
versions
song,
of
I think.
Jet and No Matter What.
Oh, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 Game Theory reissues. If you guys are familiar with Game Theory.
I've heard of them.
And then that last Emmett Rhodes album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kimba asked if
Rainbow
those
Edge.
Kimba asked if you got those from work.
No, not from work. Oh, Buck Owens. Not from work. But through people that I know through videos, through my videos and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty excited
His
about
connections.
Yeah,
His
my
network
connections.
of devoted fans.
No, I have no fans. But I have friends.
Jellyfish, and all the offshoot bands were just all amazing.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree.
So many great players. I mean, Imperial Drag. You got Jason Faulkner.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Grays. Remember that album they put out? That was great.
My favorite
And
song
then-
on the Grays album was Nothing Between Us. Great ballad.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of the Grays, you also get. No, I'm not going to remember the
John
guy's
Bryan.
name. Yeah, John Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
And which, he helped a lot with Amy Mann's early sound. And off you go,
Absolutely. And I don't know if you guys follow their production, but were any of you guys into Puffy? Or Puffy Amiyumi is what they're known in the U.S.?
No, I've
familiar
never
with that
heard
now.
of them.
Sturmer. What's the guy's name? Sturmer
Andy.
from Andy Sturmer. He
Yeah.
produced and wrote a lot of Puffy Amiyumi stuff in the 90s and early 2000s. They're a Japanese duo of two super cute girls named Amy or Ami and Yumi. And
Seen them.
they're known now. Probably about like 15 years ago, they did the Powerpuff Girls theme, but they're the stuff that they released mostly in Japan, and there are a couple U.S. Domestic compilations, whatever. But it's just great. That big bombastic jellyfish pop. But it just, instead of having Andy sing, I mean, he doesn't do all the albums, but he did like stuff for at least, I think, 5 years with them. So it's, some of their songs are sung in English, some of them are sung in Japanese, but it's just killer pop. Absolutely.
Cool.
So if you're into Andy Sturmer, then definitely check them out.
I think Spilt Milk has to be one of the, probably the most perfectly recorded production-wise, like, albums of the 90s. Like, it was perfect.
Do you prefer Spilt Milk over Belly Button?
I do, yes.
Do you? Okay.
I mean, not song-wise, but I mean, as far as like the whole production and everything, I think is just a masterpiece.
Right.
Which Belly Button is amazing too. Like, that's perfect in what it was. But
I remember getting the CD of Belly Button about 2 or 3 weeks before it came out, because I worked at a distributor. And the guy at the label said, "Oh yeah, you would like these guys." And it's like, I'm going, friggin', it looks like friggin', pot smoking hippies or whatever. Yeah, right. I was thinking it might be like Black Crowes, like blues rock or whatever. When I got that thing home, I started crying. It was so good. It was like, oh my God, there are still bands out there that make music like this.
I went to a record show, and just before this thing came out, I bought that. I was with my boss at the record store, and he'd gotten a promo copy of this before it came out, the Belly Button, the Belly Button album, and said, "Buy this. Trust me, buy this. It's got the fold-out cover on vinyl. It's fairly rare on vinyl." And I found the second Posies album the same day, so I discovered the Posies and Jellyfish on the same day.
Wow, that's awesome. That's almost like all three of us having. Or three of the five of us having our best Christmas in December 1980.
Yeah. And really quick, yes, Trish, I got your VCLT. Thank you so much. It's really good, and I appreciate it as always. Thank you.
Yeah, DJ Trish is one of the sweetest people in the vinyl community.
Yeah, absolutely.
When Brother Brian attacked her, that really pissed me off. That shows that he
don't even bring that kind of stuff up.
Yeah, we're dead.
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it.
Okay.
This is.
Let's keep this friendly, chat.
Place to talk about music and Christmas and good things.
That's a good way to run it, Tim. I apologize.
Yep. No, it's fine. Just don't.
Yeah, that's how I run Ski Lodge. Anytime friggin' Tim or Beans get out of line, friggin' they aren't booted. I just send them into the kitchen. They have to wash the dishes.
or shave their beards.
Yeah.
Or shave their beard, yes.
Yep. Wasn't it funny back in the day, I think, like during like sitcoms and stuff like that, anytime somebody didn't have enough money to pay for their food or whatever, they'd end up washing dishes. You guys remember that was always a trope in all these TV shows and stuff. And it's just like, no, I think I'd call the cops and have them arrested and be all dramatic and have somebody share it on YouTube and just make a mockery of them just because they couldn't pay for their $5 meal.
It's like try that now. Like, I can't pay for the sandwich. I'll just go back and wash a few dishes.
Actually, Bon Jovi has a restaurant
That was half
in New
the
Jersey.
premise of the whole. Bill Bixby was washing dishes every week. I mean, that was without that, it wouldn't have been a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Bon Jovi runs a restaurant like that in New Jersey. That if you can't pay for your food, you do something around the thing, and it's paid for.
Yeah, well, see, that's counterbalanced by the fact that you have to listen to John Bon Jovi's music. So I think I'll go across the street to Bob Seger's restaurant, or Bob Skaggs' restaurant. So, okay, gents, I'm out of here. I got to make some videos.
Give it a shag shake.
All right.
Hey,
See you,
thanks for
Keith.
dropping in, Stephen. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you allowing me. Beans, Tim, Robert, Cap, Merry Christmas to you. And
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you as well, you and your family.
Yeah.
all right, and everybody in the chat, you all look great. You smell great. All right. We'll see you guys later.
Glad you can't smell me. Bye.
Nobody's told me I smell great in a long time.
You know what? I've been alone for 2 years completely. Like I don't even have somebody here to tell me I smell.
I know. I'm right there. I'm right there with you, and I'm getting angry again, and it's not doing me any good. But you know,
I'd like to have a partner just to tell me I smell. Not to say I smell great, just say, hey, you smell.
Well, the whole suddenly you got to wear a mask again is really teeing me off.
Yeah, that's
big time.
Yeah, where I'm at, we don't have to wear masks again here. So, yeah, I think with this new variant, they're going to be shutting shit down again.
I think they're going to try, definitely.
Yeah, though that's the thing. I don't want to get into this really, but it's all political to me, and it's all power moves, and it's all look what we can do to people, and I'm over it.
It's all politics. Like
but they don't know anything about. Suddenly, I heard on the news today, 73%. This new variant's like 2 weeks old, and suddenly 73% of the people that have COVID have this new variant. It's not possible.
Well, what's also not possible is that Australia won't let anybody in or out, but they have the new variant. How?
Yeah.
How did they get it?
And they don't know anything about it. For all we know, the new variant is mild. And I've only heard of one person in the world dying of the new variant so far. One.
Yeah, it's like
if it's mild, maybe we should all get it, and then it will be over. This thing won't be over, in my opinion, until everybody is exposed to it. The people that get it, and then they're good. And then it
won't be over until people can no longer get power or money from it.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the actual thing that's wrong, and not the world that's gone haywire. It just teased me off.
So is that it, Kimber? Australia let the food out. They let food come in, and the food had the virus.
Yeah, a week ago I heard on the news, the first case in America of this new variant, and now all of a sudden 73% of the people that have COVID have it. Nothing can spread that quickly. It's impossible.
Well, and New York apparently is like the hot spot in the U.S. Just my luck, right?
Well, where I'm at in New York, I haven't heard of one person that has it. I haven't. But
I'm in New York. I don't know. I don't personally know anybody who has it.
Yeah,
and in fact, anybody I know who had it in 2020 survived.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know anybody that's died of it. I only know a couple people that have had it. I don't know.
I know about it. Didn't take me out. And I'm an unhealthy person. I don't do anything to better myself as a healthy human being.
Oh, I don't either.
Right, but where it attacks is the people that have diabetes or overweight or things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
70% of America.
Yeah.
Overweight.
Yep.
I get
Yeah,
that, but I don't know. I'm over
Well,
it.
like I have asthma and like sleep apnea and all that stuff.
Right.
And like
That shit would
you know,
then it
I
would
didn't.
really like
It,
knock
it,
you
it
for a
didn't
loop.
really take me down much at all. It was just like a mild cold for like a couple weeks, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, well, here's where I stand on it. I got the first 2 shots they wanted me to get, and I'm not getting any fucking more. I got I don't get my flu shot. I don't get my pneumonia shot. I'm not getting this fucking shot once or twice a year. Not happening.
See, that's what my parents did. My parents, they're both 75 and they both got the shot, and they're like, okay, we're going to get the shot, you know, because we're kind of worried about this, you know, because my dad has some pre-existing conditions and stuff. But when it came to like the booster, they're like, no, we're not going to get jabbed every 6 months for the rest of our lives, you know?
Exactly. And it's not even, if it was an actual vaccine that was made out of the thing that might actually prevent it, I can understand it. All they're doing is boosting your immune system.
Yeah, they shouldn't even call it a vaccine.
There's nothing in this vaccine that's going to prevent you from getting it, which isn't a vaccine. A vaccine is something that prevents you from getting the disease that you're being vaccinated against. This isn't even a vaccine. It's just a shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, my sister took my mom to get the booster, and her arm swelled up like crazy. You know? I mean, thankfully, that's all that happened.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there have been cases where people are getting blood clots and stuff from the booster shots.
Yeah, it damn near killed Eric Clapton.
My wife got the Johnson & Johnson one, and that's, I think, the one that they're saying gives you blood clots. So she's concerned.
Now
is that the one-shot one, the Johnson & Johnson? That's the one-shot deal?
Yeah, I got the Pfizer.
That's what I got.
I'm not getting them effective for anything. So
in my job, they said we can work from home permanently. We only have to go into the office when required. And so far, they're encouraging us to get vaccinated, but not requiring it. But I'm in New York, so we're kind of at the whim of the governor.
Right.
Well,
and if she decides you need to
I know
have
they're trying to make employers nationally make all of your employees get the vaccine, which is just, come on.
Well, my problem is the company I work for, we're technically considered federal contractors.
Mm-hmm.
So if they make this mandatory for federal employees and contractors, I may have to do it. Unless I can convince them, well, I'm just not coming into the office. You want to talk to me? Here's the Zoom meeting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, you know, I was starting because I've been sitting here on my own for like a year and a half, and I was starting to like think, well, maybe I should at least try to pick up a part-time job or something. But now that everybody's in masks again, I'm not going to do it. I was going to. Now it's the reason I left in the first place. I couldn't stand being in a mask for 8.5 hours, talking to the public, trying to explain things and blah, blah, blah. Well, they can't hear me. I can't hear them. No.
Oh, so you stopped working fairly recently then, within the last 2 years. Yeah.
I wore the mask for a couple of months, and then we went through a renovation where I worked, and I said no. They asked me to work overnight to do the renovation, and I said no. And then I got drafted. I got forced to do it. So I said, okay, at least I don't have to wear a mask overnight. And then halfway through, they're like, okay, well, we got to start wearing masks at 4 o'clock in the morning when they come in to watch us on the video cameras, because, you know, at Walmart, every single person does is watched on a video camera. So suddenly at 4 o'clock in the morning, now we got to put the masks on. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, that's it. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to days. And I didn't. I just walked out after the last overnight.
Everything I do, I can do through a computer, and have for the last since March 2020. Almost 2 years. So
and
it doesn't matter what it is. I can do my work. I can have meetings. I mean, I'm talking to the SEC. I'm talking to the FBI. I'm talking to people inside my company. It just, anything. I had to talk to the Federal Reserve Bank the other day. Zoom meeting. What the hell? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know people that have lost their job because they refused to get the vaccine. Mm-hmm. They're like, I'm not doing it. And the company's like, well, you're fired. You're done.
Well, and I was thinking of leaving anyway, because my job became about a year before the whole COVID started. Okay, we're rearranging everything. There are only going to be 2 shifts now. One shift starts at 4:00 in the morning and goes to 12:30. The other shift starts at 2:00 in the afternoon and goes to 11:30 at night or whatever, midnight, 12:30, however late it was. And those are your only options. Well, both those options suck.
I'll tell you though, I worked like 4 in the morning till like 12:30 for like 5.5 years, and I loved it. That's like the best time.
But you're so tired. I don't want to go to bed at 8:00 at night.
I've always had the typical 9 to 5, except one job was 8 to 4. Actually, technically, it was 8:10 to 4:10.
You know what, guys? I just shaved like about maybe 7-8 hours ago, and I'm still like wanting to go like this.
Yeah, when I shave my beard off, it's like, and you keep wanting to play with it, and it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I have to cut my hair in the next day or 2, and I'm gonna still be flipping my hair around for a week after.
Yeah, me too.
just do like me and Robert. Just shave it down.
Mine's not shaving. It looks that way, but I actually have hair here.
Oh yeah, around there. Yeah, but I mean. But my thing is, like, I still have a full head of hair. I just prefer to like shave it because it's like easier, I just like
right.
Yeah. I'm not handsome like you two. I need hair.
No, I'm handsome.
I mean, few people are.
I've reached where I've got nobody. I don't need to impress anybody anymore. So it doesn't matter what I look like.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second.
Robert's tired of showing everybody up with his good looks.
Yeah.
No way. No.
And plus, I was starting to get like wearing a mask 40 hours a week. I was starting to like get gum disease. And I'm like, you know what?
You're wearing a mask wrong, then. Gum disease.
No, I'm serious. It was getting bad, and I'm like, I can't do it. I won't do it.
It's
plus, I'm sorry. I don't believe they hurt. I think you could take all, or they help. I think you could take all the COVID in the world, and I could hold it in my hand. I mean, it's so small. What's a mask gonna do? Nothing.
Yeah, masks. Yeah, they
go right through a mask.
Absolutely.
I mean, so it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's more controlling you than it is controlling the disease. That's what.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all about control, and it's all about like other people, like, feeling safe. I mean, it's all about like people's feelings. Like they feel safe if they're around people with masks, whether it does anything or not,
Yeah. Well, it does kind of. I mean, I will say, it doesn't sort of influence you, because I went into the store yesterday actually, and everybody had a mask on except me, and I always carry it in my jacket pocket. So I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe I should wear it, just because I don't want other people to be uncomfortable. So I put the mask on, but it's like, damn, they're like, it's mind control, basically,
Yeah.
Like, there's really no reason for me to have to put the mask on, but I just didn't.
That's exactly like there's certain stores I go in every day. There's certain stores I go in every day. Like I don't even worry about a mask because I know, like, It's
Yeah.
cool, like but there's other stores that's like, well, I better put a mask on because to get this gallon of milk because like
Well,
Right.
every
that's the
store
thing,
I've been
they want
to
you
in
to
the
be like
last week,
lemurs and just follow the next person until they
Yeah.
tell you to go off the cliff eventually.
every store I've been to in the last week has the signs back up, and they haven't been there for well over 6 months. And I'm like, you know what? And yes, Skywatch, I get what you're saying, but here's the thing: why do you got to wear it over your nose? I get the whole spit thing, but why do you got to wear it over your nose? And anybody that's sick that I've ever seen with a mask on, if they're gonna sneeze, they pull the dang mask off and then they sneeze and then they put it back on. So that
you don't want to sneeze inside that mask. It's
Well,
gonna make it messy for
exactly.
you.
Exactly. See there, Kimba just said it right there. I take my mask off to sneeze. Everybody does. And I'm sorry that the government finds my breathing so offensive that I have to put a mask over my nose. And my glasses steam up. I can't see anything the second I walk in anywhere. You know how many times I've walked into things at work with my mask up?
Fashion statement.
Walk into people. There you go.
See, that's the only positive thing about COVID is we have some cool Beatles masks now.
Yeah, my other one's in the car. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, let's talk about something else. Anything else? This horrible state of the world.
Well, tomorrow's my last day of work until January.
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
With nothing to do.
There he is.
There he
There
is.
he is. He does exist.
That's the album I was telling you guys
there we
about.
go.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
They banned the cover because of him sticking his middle finger out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's definitely an original first press.
Yeah.
Yep.
This was the other one I got that I was excited about for 79 cents.
Oh, I got it.
Cool.
See, you know what? There's like 2 Bee Gees albums I need yet on vinyl until I have the whole catalog up through like 1981, and like that's one of them.
I got a white label promo of that.
I'm sure you do.
Hello,
What I like about this one is this has the hype sticker on it from the 60s.
Hums of the Lovin' Spoonful.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they still did that. I kind of wish they put the hype stickers right on the albums like they used to in like the 60s.
Yeah.
Instead of on the shrink wrap.
Speaking of white label
60s,
promo, anybody have a white
60s.
label promo of this?
Yeah, I got one of those too. Huh?
No, but I have a
Are we showing the Osmonds now?
I have a Judas Priest white label promo.
I have so many white label promos. They used to back in the day, they were everywhere. And when you worked at a record store, DJs would bring in records constantly. Mm-hmm. They were all white label promos, or at least stamp promos if they weren't white label promos.
The closest I got was working in the record department at a department store. No DJs came in for that.
No.
Nobody was going into Alexander's department store, if anyone remembers that, to talk to the music department.
Yeah, I'm like you, Tim. If I see a white label promo somewhere, I usually end up buying it. It's just because it's different. I don't care the value of it. It's just different.
Well, one thing, a white label promo will guarantee it's an early press of the record.
That's what I was gonna say.
So
yeah.
it's gonna be a good sounding record. If a good sounding record of that exists, a white label promo will be a good sounding one.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, I've got hundreds of white label promo 45s. There used to be a store in Buffalo that always, I don't know where they came from, but they had these bins, 3 for $1, and they were almost always loaded with white label promos. And I would just go,
I'll probably be getting a couple albums for Christmas. Because I know I put together a list of a couple things for people to get me. So
Well, I know of at least 2 albums that I'm getting for Christmas: "Face to Face" by Babyface Willette and "Chant" by Charlie Bird. I think that's who it was that did that.
no, I've asked for more common things like there's a Bee Gees, I think it's like Greatest Hits or something, Target exclusive on blue and clear vinyl.
Yeah, see, I'm starting to get into jazz, so I started collecting these tone poets.
Okay.
And
I got
that's
a
what they
CCR
are.
on the list.
Yeah.
Another exclusive with splatter vinyl or something.
oh, that Walmart one?
Yeah, the Walmart one.
See, I made the mistake of buying the green vinyl Walmart one.
Yeah, I saw that and I said, no, this other one's nicer. Definitely.
Well, yeah, it is, but this was 2 years ago or something, so now I got that. So
You know whose albums have gone up in price in the last probably 9 months?
Oh, I don't know. Everybody's.
Everything's gone up.
Well, Greta Van Fleet, those 2 EPs that they did, they're like $300 or $400 now.
Wow.
Went back in 2019. I bought both of them at Walmart for $17.99. I think it was.
That is ridiculous.
Yep.
Gold stamp promo of a Pete Townsend LP. Yeah, DJ Trish, I think everybody used to buy KTEL records in the 5 and 10 back.
Oh yeah,
back in the day.
Oh yeah, and we had a Woolworths and a Kresge's, and they were right next door to each other, and they're like basically the same store. I never understood why they were both right next door to each other. And
Woolworth and Grant's.
We had a Grant's too.
Yeah,
I remember buying Paul McCartney's Tug of War brand new at a Woolworths in 1982.
Wow, I think ours was gone by 1982.
Yeah, ours didn't go until like 1994 or 95.
There was one in the city I went to. It was late 80s. I want to say like 89, but it shut down shortly after that.
Yeah, they hung around for a while.
Then we
had a very small store.
I think it was McGrory's. Anybody remember McGrory's?
It sounds familiar.
They were owned by the same people that owned Woolworths and Kresge's. Okay. They were bigger. They were largely in malls, and they had a little place where you could maybe even get a milkshake. But they had this big candy thing, and you could sit there and eat and get a Coke, and maybe they had a little bit of food too. I don't remember, but it was a huge place. Besides that, but they had that. Mm-hmm. But their records were pretty much right next to their snack thing.
Does anybody know Nancy Griffith, the singer?
Yeah.
She does that song "Love at the 5 and Dime."
Mm-hmm.
And what she's doing it live, she talks about the intro and if you ever been in a Woolworth store, it smells like popcorn and chewing gum stuck to the bottom of a leather-soled shoe. If you've ever been in a big Woolworth store where they have an elevator or a lift, as they call it in England, you hear this little sound, and she has a little ding, and it's in the song, that ding, and she's like, people ask me what that is. That's what it is. It's the elevator doors. Ding. It's a great song. And anyone who doesn't know Nancy Griffith, check her out. Particularly the CD, the MCA years, a retrospective. Great collection of her best hits.
Yeah, one of the stores that I miss from back in the 80s is Hill's Department Store. I don't know if you guys remember those or not.
Oh, yeah, I remember Hill's. Yeah.
I can tell you the price of albums at Hill's department store. A single album was $4.58. A double was $9.16.
Wow.
Exactly twice the price.
Yep. You guys remember their food court that they had? With
I
the
don't remember a
slushies and
food
all that
court.
stuff?
Well,
Huh?
mine had a thing outside that mostly just they sold hot dogs. It wasn't
Yeah.
outside; it was outside the store, like in the hallway going in. It sold hot dogs, popcorn, and soft drinks, and they were dirt cheap.
Yep.
Grant sold hot dogs, and they were the best. Those grilled hot dogs they had. Oh man, those going around on those rollers.
A hot dog was 50 cents tops. It may have even been a quarter. Popcorn was like a dime, and I think a drink was a dime.
Yeah.
We're talking like the late 70s, 80s here. We're not talking like ancient times. It was just cheap. No, they sold pretzels too, and I think the pretzels were like 15 cents.
Yeah,
My memories go further back.
There was a place here up until like 2001 when it burned that it was like they had it was a huge like shopping plaza, and they owned the whole plaza, and they had a cafeteria, and in that cafeteria you could get cheeseburgers for like 10 cents and a whole dinner for like $1.59.
Wow.
Now what was in that food I don't know, but
It was cheap and filling.
Do any of you guys remember a place called Murphy's Mart?
Oh yes. Yeah.
I don't think we had those in New York.
I remember they had the best cutout bin ever. Like I bought the Bee Gees main course, Peter Frampton, I'm in You, bought George Harrison, Somewhere in England, Go on Troppo, all that stuff for like $1.99. That was heaven.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Hills, when they got them in, their cutout bins were great. They didn't always have it, but when they did, usually like 99 cents. I bought Bad Fingers, no dice, for 99 cents at Hills. Penny's had a good cutout bin.
Yeah, Penny's did.
And Montgomery Ward had good cutout bin.
I think I got a Ringo the Fourth and Rotogravure for like 99 cents at like a J.C. Penney.
Well, at least one of those was a good deal.
Back in the day. Yeah.
My brother bought.
At least one of them was worth it.
My brother bought his first copy of Let
sure
It Be at Montgomery Ward in a cutout bin. Pretty sure it was a bootleg.
Oh yeah.
And the same day, Yoko Ono's Fly album in the cutout bin. Yep. I don't remember what I got. It's weird. I remember what he got. I don't remember what I got.
I used to spend countless hours going through the cutout bins, like every store I went through.
There were some record stores too at malls. Like when we go on vacation, we go to these malls, record stores. I don't remember the names of any of them. I remember this one with this giant cutout. Half the store was cutouts.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, because there weren't a lot of used record stores around then. Used record stores, kids today don't realize used record stores are kind of a thing of the 80s. There were a few around, but the 80s is when that really started happening.
Yeah, I remember like a listening booth and like We3 records and all that stuff, like in the malls. Like that was just amazing to me.
Whatever this record store was one. It was huge. I bought Badfinger Straight Up again out of a cutout bin, new and sealed.
Well, one thing I'm realizing here is that your memories are a lot sharper than mine, apparently.
Yeah. See, I'm too young to buy records out of a cutout bin,
and I'm too old. No, but seriously, they're talking about the 80s. I'm like, okay, I was busy like being married and having kids.
Yeah.
Well, and I was like 8 years old.
I wasn't looking at cutout bins.
A lot of these would have been the late 70s when we were on vacation with my family. So between like 76 and 80 probably is when I bought Bad Fingers and cutout bins and things like that.
All right, so that was before I was married. So yeah,
There was a store called Barker's. There was a store called Barker's that got in these cellophane. They were in like these green bags. You couldn't really see. You could see through them a little bit, but not very much. 1045s for $1, and 7 or 8 out of the 10 were Apple.
Really?
That's what I was gonna say. Like my dad used to buy these boxes at Montgomery Ward's, like $5 for a box of like 50 singles.
Yeah, these were $1. So
that's where I first I got like Jackie Lomax. How the Web Was Woven and Fall Inside Your Eyes. Yeah. Like
some
all these like Apple singles for like
some of them were picture sleeves. I got
for like 50 cents a piece. It was ridiculous, or 10 cents a piece.
All of that kind of stuff for a dime a piece in these bags. And because I remember one of them that but it was still Beatle related, which I thought was kind of funny. One of them that wasn't on Apple was Anne Murray's version of You Won't See Me.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of them, and I'm like, well, it's still Beatle related.
I remember getting
and still on Capitol Records. That was on Capitol Records.
Yeah, they were all on Capitol Records. Yeah, definitely.
The dime bags I was getting weren't records.
Yeah. Hi-hats, all right.
Complete silence.
Maybe that's why Robert can't remember some of these details.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I wonder how my memory went.
That's why I feel sorry for kids today and people buying stuff online, because you don't have these memories. I have a memory of going to this record store, coming back from vacation somewhere. We stopped at a mall. My mom always made my dad stop at malls. Ooh, there's a mall. So we'd go, and there was this record store, and I went in, and records were like $2 off from this time to this time. And I bought Billy Joel, The Stranger, and London Town on the same day at this record store when I was on vacation coming back from Florida or someplace like that. See, I remember things. And if you're buying something online, you don't remember. You won't remember tomorrow where you got that from.
Oh, yeah. I can think about one of my favorite albums, and it can take me back like right to the day I bought it, the way it smelled, the store I was in, like everything that happened that day. Like it just takes me right back,
Yeah, that's the way I am. Like with the record stores that I've been to recently, it's like those are memories for me. That's how I remember like what albums I have, because I remember where I got it.
Yeah, and the internet took away the haunt. I mean, half the fun of record collecting is the haunt.
I agree.
I mean, it's finding it. When you got an album on your number one want list, so you just go to eBay and go, okay, that's off the list. That's
right.
Okay, great.
There's the day that I found Nirvana Unplugged at an auction for 50 cents, an original with the hype sticker and stuff. I went batshit crazy because that was like my favorite album as a teenager.
Yeah, there's nothing like digging through like a pile of shit and finding like one or two like little pieces of gold,
Right.
Yeah. And that's the other thing that was great back then. Almost everybody sold records. Phase Drug sold records. We used to have this little place, Danny Discount Department Store, had a record department. Sears had a record department. Penny's had a record department. There was at least 2 record stores at the mall besides all the stores that had record departments.
Alexander's had a records department.
Everybody, Montgomery Ward had a record department. Hills, Barker's, Ames, Nichols. We had this other local place, Nichols.
Kmart.
Nichols would have a sale almost every weekend. It was great,
I worked at Alexander's in around 75, and Born to Run came out, Fleetwood Mac, and boy, we would play those albums to death.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go feed my cats quick.
All right.
All right.
We'll feed the kitty.
Do you guys remember Fisher Big Wheel?
Yes.
The store that eventually became Big Lots?
No, we had Odd Lots before Big Lots.
Yeah. Well, Fisher Big Wheel and Odd Lots combined, and then it became Big Lots.
And I liked Odd Lots because that Odd Lots really was Odd Lots. Odd Lots isn't anything like Big Lots. Odd Lots really did just buy things abandoned on trucks and bring them into the stores. I mean, it was the thing. You could get everything from a rubber chicken.
It was hit or miss, but yeah, it was always an adventure.
Yeah.
My aunt, this is where I got my copies. My aunt gave them to me, but she bought both the Beatles Alpha to Omega albums at Odd Lots.
Oh,
That's
wow.
where she found them. You don't have stuff like that today.
No.
Ocean State job lots.
And like it, at least in my area, pretty much the only thing around here anymore is like Walmart and things like that are like big chains. They don't have like mom and pop stores no more.
Well, most places.
Yeah, I have one of those Ocean State job lots near me. Don't go into it too often, but nobody really carries records anymore.
No.
I mean, Target used to carry a somewhat decent selection. I went in there a couple weeks ago. It was like one small section.
Yeah. Well, that was where I got both of my. I got at Target. I got Beatles 1 for $11.99. This was last year. They had them in clearance.
Oh, really?
And they had Tupac's Greatest Hits on clearance for $11.99. That John Lennon Essentials album that Tim Allen showed, I got that for $11.99.
On vinyl or CD?
Vinyl.
Nice.
Yeah.
My Target used to have clearances all the times where I could find stuff, but they don't seem to anymore. And it sucks. I got Revolver for about $7 on vinyl at Target.
Yeah. Like Sam says, Target's records consist of Adele.
Yeah. And see, my Target, though, there's no prices on them. You have to scan them to see the price.
Yeah. I found that too. It's like if you can't find a label for it, you have to go scan it.
There are labels on the shelves, but they're not
necessarily where the album is number one, and they don't have it all of them labeled.
Yeah.
So then you got to find the price scan, And
all right, I'm gonna do something I might regret, ladies and gentlemen.
Richard. Oh no, hey Richard.
No, you won't regret it. You won't regret it.
How are you?
How are you? I'm good.
Long time no see.
Yep. How have you been, Robert? Hey, Tim. Hey, Cap.
Hey, Richard.
Doing well.
No, I didn't come on the store or anything. I just wanted to come on and say hello.
Oh, that's good.
Well, hello.
So, Richard, did you know that Adele is not a computer? Kidding.
I love Adele.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
And Dr. Dre isn't a real doctor.
Yeah, and I think I knew that.
So do you where do you get your records and CDs, Richard? Target?
Around. Well, you mean like the exclusives? Yeah, I go mostly to Target. Yeah, I haven't really bought anything from Walmart.
I mean, I've got a lot of, obviously a local record store that you may know from a certain YouTuber's videos.
Yeah, and it came with pictures and a poster and stuff. It's a
is that the remaster or the first time they put it out?
Remaster.
See, I have the first one, but I've never opened it. It's still sealed.
See, it's got a poster but this one's a German press.
I don't have that yet on vinyl.
Yeah, Richard, I paid $11.99 for that at Target.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
I've never opened it because I have it on CD, and I certainly have every song on it somewhere else. So it's
Yeah, that's
not
the
like
thing.
I've ever needed to open it.
Yeah.
Right. That's like
I
that
love
Beatles. Go ahead.
What I like about this, the one that I got from Robert P, is that in addition to the CD, it has.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, very
That's
cool.
cool. I like it.
Yeah, Robert
puts
P
a lot
does
of work
amazing
into
stuff.
this, you know, even the CD itself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I can't do the CDs.
Yeah, he
I
does
used to be able to
amazing
do
work.
everything else, but I lost the program. So I can't.
Yeah, see, I'm like you, Tim. Somebody gave me a BC 13 box set, and the records were unplayed. And somebody asked me, why don't you play those records? I'm like, I have most of them already. I'm not going to play records that have never been played.
Hey,
just
Richard.
because of music.
Hey, B, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
What are you
so
up to?
I made this thing just using documents. That's all I did. I just cut it out. It was a bigger picture. I cut it out. I put the words there, and
You just made my night, Beans.
because I can't.
You know what? I
lost
gotta
my
pull out.
program.
I have one of the coolest T-shirts I have is like the artwork for that album on a T-shirt.
Oh, I have a cool T-shirt. Let me get it.
Well, to be honest, I still have the program to be able to do that kind of stuff, but I don't have the key. I lost the key, so I can't use the program.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got to get going. I love y'all. Thanks for
Bye,
having
Captain.
me.
All right,
Thanks
catch you
for
later,
stopping
Captain.
by.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, did we lose somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ready, ready for my T-shirt?
Captain took off.
Yeah. Am I here?
There we go.
Oh,
There we go.
It's the only T-shirt you need. You just need about
That's all you need.
25 of them, so you can do your laundry every couple of weeks, and then you're good.
It's not the T-shirt I ordered though. I wanted one that just had the partridges on it and the "Come on, get happy" without saying the Partridge Family.
Yeah,
and they sent me this one.
well, that one's
It was
cool.
only like $8.99, so I was like, I'm not sending it back.
We lost Richard.
What happened to Dickie?
I don't know. I didn't do anything, I swear.
All right, this is my favorite picture of all time. It's me and my daughter when she was like 2, and I'm wearing my "Come On Get Happy" with the bus T-shirt.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Love that shirt.
Maybe Richard went off to get his Partridge Family shirt.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what happened.
I'm sure that's what it is.
Well, he says link. I guess he somehow got booted off and he wants a link again.
All right, hang on.
And I don't
I
think he
got
means,
to tell Doc. I was on Doc's stream the other night, and
Yeah,
I was in the
I
middle
don't
of
think he means the guy
pouring
from
about
Mod Squad.
something, and my computer crashed. It shut itself off in the middle of me blathering on about something, and we were already off, so I couldn't get back because we were already off. And I'm in the middle of yelling. All of a sudden, I'm gone. My computer just went black and then shut off, and I'm like, "What the hell?"
And Tim, I just have a question for you. Have you gotten anything mysterious in the mail recently?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
No, should I?
Never mind. Anyway.
Well, no. Now you got me.
Mysterious mail.
Uh-oh.
He's not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
No, he's
I'm playing mind games with him here.
Oh, Richard's back.
No, I did something spontaneous, and I didn't. I sent you something, but I didn't say who it was from.
Oh, okay. Well, I actually haven't checked my mail today.
You know, Robert, the last time I did something spontaneous, I was on probation for like 2 years. So it doesn't always pan out.
Yeah.
Should I go check my mail?
No.
No?
I don't know when it'll be. It's not like something I got a tracking number for.
Yeah.
So how you doing?
Things are taking a while right now, so.
No, Mike, don't open it. If it's ticking,
Don't open it.
it was intended for Tim, not for you.
Kimba wants me to check.
All right, go check then.
All right. You guys entertain yourselves.
Okay.
Make fun of Richard while I'm gone.
Oh man.
That's all everybody else is doing. So go ahead. How you guys doing?
All right. I gotta tell you, Richard, though, like watching your last couple videos, like the one with the Gary Lewis and the Playboys albums and the Michael Jackson 12-inch, like you need some more light because it was really dark and you couldn't really see like the cover.
Yeah, I know I don't have very much the light that I have, and the light that I have in my living room doesn't throw very much light. So,
I mean, they were good videos, which I just really couldn't see what you were showing too good.
Yeah. And then what the hell did I do before that? I can't even remember.
But I'll tell you that Herman's Hermits, that Blaze album, that's a good album.
Yeah, I've never heard it. I thought it was sealed, so that's why I bought it. But I'll listen to it.
I'll have to watch that video.
Gary Lewis and the Playboys, I love the cover, and I like Gary Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get that.
Yeah, there used to be a YouTube, I think it was a YouTube channel that I watched where somebody bought albums just for the covers, like the interesting cover, you know.
No, I don't do that, but I'm just if I see.
No,
if
I
I
know.
see
I'm just saying that's what this person did.
Yeah,
and some of it is really strange stuff.
No, I will if I go to a dollar bin and I find something that looks really interesting I've never heard of, like I'll pick it up just for like the cover, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if it's like a psychedelic looking, you know, like late 60s type cover.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up for $1 and check it out.
Like I picked up, what was it? Peppermint Rainbow?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Where did Robert
go?
go?
He's got something.
You got something.
I've got something from a friend. Let's wait for Robert. So, what have you been talking about?
How my lighting sucks in my video.
Oh, Peppermint Rain. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if I have that or not.
That is a cool cover. You know what?
Those clothes are definitely dated. And the hairstyles.
I can't remember.
I wonder if Journey saw that. I wonder if Journey saw that cover and they kind of ripped it because that looks a lot to me like the Escape cover.
So Robert, would you be a friend?
That depends who you ask.
Maybe.
Do you think that resembles the Escape
I guess you
cover?
did get something in the mail. Yeah, I put in the corner a friend and I put Tim's address.
Yeah, so my address.
I don't even know why I'm telling you. I just wanted to make sure you got it, I guess. You don't need to open it. This doesn't need to be a reveal. I mean, not that it's anything personal. You know,
Happy holidays.
It's a card.
It's a card.
You did not have to do that, Robert.
I know I didn't have to, but
Yeah,
Robert got me a $25 Amazon gift card. Robert, you really didn't have to.
that's nice.
It was a spontaneous thing.
I
I
really
was at the store.
appreciate
I
it.
picked it up.
And I have to say, if I opened this up and read it, I would have assumed it was from you. Because I don't know who else. I don't know who else would be this nice. So thank you so much, Robert. Seriously.
You're welcome.
Wow. Thank you.
Of course, now I feel obligated to send Richard something.
No, please,
Sorry,
please,
Beans, I don't have your address.
please don't send me anything because you'll get in trouble for it, and I'll get in trouble for it. Don't send it to me.
Okay.
Wow. Well,
Because
thank you.
everybody thinks I'm like I just try to get freebies off people, so don't send me off anything.
It must be mixing you up with Don, the homeless guy.
Don't know homeless guy.
Mike, I don't care if I flash my address. If somebody wants to come and bomb my house or shoot me, go ahead. I don't have
I didn't even
anything
think of that.
feeling. And if somebody wants to send me something, I don't care. Go ahead. I don't.
Well, what
I don't
about
really
your
let people guard their addresses. So,
what about your record collection?
oh, if somebody's gonna break into my house and steal my record collection, well, good luck with that. It would take me about 4 days to get it all out of here.
Not the whole thing, just the best stuff.
Yeah, I'm like Oprah. You get a card. You get a card.
Yeah.
Not a car. A card.
Actually, you should
Look
have
under your
address.
seats. Look under your seats. Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
Wow. Well, thank you, Robert.
You're welcome.
Speechless. Yes, Mike, I'm in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we all are.
Actually, I have your email. I was going to say you should. I did give you my address one time.
Oh yeah, I have your address.
Yeah.
I know where you live, Richard.
I don't know where you live.
Actually, well, I was gonna say you no. Well, I know one time I sent you something. I think I put my address on it. Another time I sent it directly from Amazon to you or eBay to you or something.
Hey, send me something from eBay, and I'm like looking at like, who the hell is this? I don't know.
Yeah, right. That's what it was. That's what it was. I put it on eBay and had it shipped to you.
Yeah.
It didn't have my name anywhere. You're like, what the hell is this?
No, Richard, you know where Robert lives. He lives upstairs from me and Mr. Mayo.
Yeah, he's Joe's
not really
upstairs neighbor that he's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
complaining about.
He's that 8-year-old kid that's making all that noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reality is I'm about not that close to Joe Mayo. I mean, distance wise.
Yeah.
Or personally.
So what else is up? Beans, are you still working the same job? Do you have a new job? You don't have to go into details, just I'm curious.
No, I'm starting a new job. It's 6 a.m. till 2:30 p.m.
Cool.
Which is
Jackie,
good.
I don't believe you're going to be
a lot better.
Yeah. No, I've just
Jackie,
noticed you've been around a little bit lately.
Yeah.
Jackie, I don't believe that you're going to give me an original sealed driving ring because it's worth too much money.
I don't think an original sealed one exists.
Well, yeah, they're around, but they're worth like $200.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why
They're
anybody
sealed
would
because
want
people heard how the
Yeah.
album was before they opened it.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that I must be? I gotta be the only one that likes it.
Yeah.
I have.
You are in the world. You're unique.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'll give you this. It has one good song on it, Lonely Road.
Lonely Road's great. I love Lonely Road.
It's the only good song on it.
See, I think it has one good song on it too, but it's not Lonely Road.
Magic?
No, there's some good stuff on there. I think Heather's a really good song.
There you go.
Which
That's
one?
my favorite.
Heather's
Despite
an
what it's
amazing
about.
song.
Despite
Yeah,
what it's
despite
about.
what it's about, And despite
think it's his
the
best
fact that it's like 3/4
instrumental.
of an instrumental.
I think
Like,
it's his best instrumental he's ever written.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
it
I'll have
really
to
is.
listen to it again. I
It
kind of
really
remember
is.
it being okay, but
Yeah.
Musically, I think
it's
easily
not
his
an
best
album I
track
listen
on the
to
album.
often. So
Mhm. Plus, I think "Rinse the Raindrops" is like a great rockin' song. I mean, it might
Yes,
go on
you're right.
for a few minutes too long, but the band really just like thrashes out in that whole thing.
I think it's like his modern day Helter Skelter.
It could be.
Yeah. I mean, he is screaming his head off on that
Mhm.
song.
Tim doesn't agree. Tim's like,
I that was, to me, that was the first one where his voice really started going, and that might be part of the reason I didn't bond with it, and I probably never will. I just didn't like it. I mean, I liked Freedom. I'm probably the only person in the world that likes Freedom.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
But I lost one of my
Freedom is
best
awesome.
friends on 9/11. So when Freedom came out, I was all about that.
well, I was all about it back then too, but since then I've come to realize that's a terrible song.
yeah.
And my office is literally across the street. Well, the one I used to go to is
Yeah.
literally across the street from the World Trade Center site.
Yeah, I've never been too big on Freedom.
Is it a good song? No. Is it vocally good? No.
And I was there on 9/11, by the way, downtown. So
Mhm.
I lived through it. But Freedom is still not good.
But Driving Rain would be my bottom of the barrel McCartney solo album.
Yeah,
If I was
me
to
too.
rank them, it would be like right up there with Pipes of
Wildlife.
Peace, probably.
I'm not going to say what mine is.
No, Wildlife is pretty good, but
I'm not going to.
Just another album.
but then again, I'm the guy that puts Press to Play in my top 3, probably.
Yeah, Press to Play is probably my second least favorite.
I just remember like when I
favorite.
was 16 getting that for Christmas and thinking that was like, besides like 2 tracks, like I thought like that was great.
Yeah, I agree. Pretty Little Head, I can't stand. Other than that, I like
Pretty Little Head and Only Love Remains. I don't like the rest of it. I think.
See, I like Only Love Remains.
Oh, I love Only Love
fine.
Remains.
That's fine.
No, I think that's one of his weakest ballads.
I think it's a great ballad, but Pretty Little Head.
When I bought that album, this will show you where my head was at. And when I bought that album, my favorite song on it was "However Absurd."
Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah, but lyrically, that is just horrible. But
I mean, but really, like
I
a
needed
lot
to
of Paul's
gravitate
stuff,
towards
like lyrically, like it's not that great. Like he's not been that strong lyrically for like a good portion of his like catalog, you know.
Yeah, if we're gonna start talking about his lyrics, you know what I mean?
Ears twitch like a dog. Come on.
Yeah, if we're gonna start talking about his lyrics, then
breaking eggs in a dish.
Yeah.
Hey, Richard, you have somebody who agrees with you. Thomas Calden says that Driving Rain is one of Paul's best post-2000 albums.
Wow.
I think it's one of.
I'm glad he narrowed it down to post-2000.
I think it's one of.
Wrong.
I think it is one of his best 2000s. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Not one of his best ever, but his best 2000s.
Yeah. Well, I may not be the best judge of what good McCartney songs because I'm one of the few people who really enjoys Back in Brazil.
Oh Lord!
I love that song.
I didn't hate it. It's okay. I didn't like anything on Egypt Station. It's as good as anything else on Egypt Station.
Half of it, I like half of it. The first half of it's good, and then it just goes down.
Oh, I'd take Egypt Station over McCartney 3 any day.
Oh,
Not me. Not me.
I mean, if you swap out like maybe 4 of the tracks with some of the bonus tracks he put out, like when the Target one with what was that? Nothing for Free. Like that could have been on there.
I think
I
Two-Legs
think-
or somebody did something like that where they combined like songs from Egypt Station and McCartney 3 to make one album, a better album. And I thought that was a good idea, actually.
My two favorite songs from those sessions were that Picture This single that came out on Record Store Day a couple years ago that I can never remember the names of. But I've got it.
In a hurry, and
Home Tonight.
Yeah, those are my two favorites from those sessions. Are both A and B side of that single.
I don't know. I don't know. McCartney 3. I don't know. It's one of my favorites he's put out in the last 20 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, right
See,
from the
for me-
beginning.
For me, McCartney 3 doesn't get started until like Pretty Boys and Women and Wives.
Really?
Like I did like I think people made too much of a big deal about Find My Way. I thought that was just like kind of
It's
perfunctory McCartney.
I liked
rock
Beck's
type.
version better. I'll say that. I liked Beck's version better than McCartney's of Find
Yeah.
My Way. It's the only track on McCartney 3 Reimagined I like.
I don't know.
And
Long Tail Winterbird starts, and it's like, wow,
Oh,
this is
yeah,
amazing.
that's my favorite on the album. Is Long
Yeah,
Tail Winterbird.
absolutely.
It's my favorite on McCartney 3.
Yeah, I
I'm not
can't
going to go
stand
back and forth. That and Women and Wives.
I think like his voice is perfect on Women and Wives. Like it suits his old man voice,
Right.
you know, that he
And
has.
I do like Pretty Boys. The song.
I think his voice is actually very good on the whole. See, I think his voice is actually very good on the whole McCartney 3 album. I mean, it held up. I think it held up pretty good.
Well, it's
Yeah,
better than
I needed
Egypt
to clarify
Station.
that because I don't like pretty boys. Pretty men, maybe, but I don't want anybody thinking I'm getting into boys.
Paul's voice is really good on the last track.
Yeah, Robert doesn't want to get canceled.
Right. I don't like pretty boys. I like pretty men. And I like the
Egypt
song Pretty Boys.
Station, his voice was dead. If you can compare his voice to on McCartney 3 Station, it's a lot better.
See, I like was it Longtail Winterbird, like the first track. Like I thought, I mean, that was it's not bad, but I felt like he was trying to do that, you know, like he was trying to like do an experimental track like that. And
I like it for like 3.5 minutes, not 6.5. Not
Yeah,
however long.
I think it goes on a bit too long. I mean,
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah, it's my favorite on there.
but I just felt like he was like, okay, this is McCartney 3, I got to be weird, so like here's your weird track to like open it up. It's like,
Yeah.
that's just me. I don't know.
Interpret it the way you
I
like.
agree,
Mike.
I agree
You know?
with you.
I mean,
I agree.
after all, this is my favorite album of all time. So, like, you know, what do I know?
Yes.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, that is one of the best
Love.
albums ever.
Forever
made.
changes. Oh, see, this guy here's got to show me up every time.
Never mind.
Is that a mono? Is that the mono?
Yeah,
version?
this is the year ago or 2 years ago Brano repress. Yeah. Yep.
Of course, I love everything Arthur Lee did. Like, I pretty much love. Like, I mean, the later Love albums were great too. Like For Sale, that's a great
August,
album.
that song August.
August is
What?
insane. That is
What
an insane song.
An amazing song that is.
Oh my god! If you listen to the guitar and the drums and that, like it just like completely blows your mind.
Absolutely.
It's insane. I mean, it sounds like a mess, but it's not. I mean, it's just
I'm not, even singing Cowboy. You know?
mhm. Yeah, I just wish he wouldn't try to like redo Singing Cowboy every like 3 years. You know?
Yeah, really. Oh well.
Hello, James Farley.
Hello, James.
I don't have your email address, Jackie.
Did we lose Kimber, or is she still tuned in somewhere in the background? I guess it's getting late.
Yeah, it's probably getting late for her.
As somebody else might say, why couldn't it be 9:27?
Yeah.
Oh God, mail.
What am I doing here?
Yeah. Time to rip the Band-Aid off. Oh man.
Yeah.
I talked to him today, actually.
It feels good to be back on a stream again with people, but I'm not doing my own stream, so it's good to be with somebody else's.
Is everything okay with Joe, by the way? Because he just hasn't been around.
Yeah,
A
he's,
couple weeks.
I don't know, a couple things going on. So
Okay.
Kimber's still here. No, but he's okay.
All right.
I told him that I might be going to the record store. What is today? Tuesday? On
Tuesday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
So I may see him Thursday. He said,
I
let me
thought
know. Maybe I can meet you there.
I thought yesterday was Tuesday for some reason. And I'm sitting here at 9 o'clock waiting for Schnee to come on.
What is Tuesday? Now it's Wednesday.
I was like, damn it.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Kimba's still
after
here.
midnight.
Thanks for sticking around, Kimba.
Yeah.
So, Richard, you all ready for Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? I should ask.
Yeah,
before I ask.
I celebrate Christmas. Yeah.
You're all set?
I
Looking forward
guess.
to the big day?
I don't know. I guess years just go by so fast anymore.
Oh, this year in particular went by fast.
Yeah, this year sailed by.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Next year, 2022.
Yeah.
And please don't hear that as 2020 Part 2.
Yeah.
It's 2022.
We did, James.
It's not
I'll
the
do it
sequel.
again.
Oh,
Got a request. There you go, James.
I'll show the same one the Beans had.
You know what? That's ridiculous that even became a thing. Like it started with
I know.
me and Tim one night, like just putting up like Partridge Family albums, and all of a sudden
And laughing.
came into
and
a
the
thing.
next
Like
you know,
every time we're on the screen, we have to show Partridge Family.
somebody, I can't remember who it was, but saw that stream and said, "Hold up your Partridge Family."
I love the part.
I
Well,
did, and it went.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig out some of the other ones because I can't
And
keep
Doc
showing
is
that.
trying to get a new tradition where he
I'm
showed
not
the
big-
Osmonds.
I'm not big on the show the Partridge Family. I was always a Brady Bunch guy, but I love their music.
Request.
Jackie, if you want to leave your email on a comment on one of my videos, I'll email you. Yeah. Did anybody watch that cheesy Hallmark movie that all the Brady Bunch people were in that they just did
No.
a week or so ago?
I refuse to watch a Hallmark movie
No, it was Lifetime.
or a Lifetime.
Lifetime's worse. I'll watch.
I'm not married anymore. I don't have to watch that.
I made a comment about a Hallmark movie during Schnee's live chat. After you guys were talking about your memories, and Jeff said, Christmas, whatever. My mom was in the hospital, and I was saying a prayer.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I made a comment like, Jeff has a Hallmark movie Christmas memory.
I just watched it because Barry Williams, Susan Olsen, Christopher Knight, and Mike Looking were in all together. So that's the only reason I really watched it.
I'm sorry, was that English? I didn't hear it. I didn't understand it. Or didn't hear
first
any
part
of that.
was.
What didn't you watch?
A
Is it just
cheesy
me?
Hallmark movie where the kid from the Brady Bunch were
Oh,
in.
okay.
See, I don't mind Hallmark movies. To
like
me,
them.
you can just sit there and nothing bad's going to happen. It's a nice, pleasant little experience. Lifetime movies are dramatic and really over the top, and I
Well,
don't.
this is one of their.
Hallmark movies,
You could say, yeah,
have an arc too. You know the arc. I mean, you know that 90 minutes into the movie, the couple's going to break up. They're going to go their separate ways, and then separate ways. In the last 5 minutes, they're going to get back together. Every movie is written exactly the same. You could plot them on a graph.
yeah. That's one thing you could
Exactly
say.
the
Like
same.
the Hallmark movies are pretty benign. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
that's why I like them. I don't mind
know
them.
where
I'll
they're going to go.
watch a Hallmark movie, but
I just
Lifetime,
watched a YouTube video yesterday I think it was 4 Canadian comedians that got together and did, a video. It was like, this is every Hallmark Christmas movie. And they, they play these characters where, like, the guy's with his girlfriend in the city, and he's talking about his old town, the small town he came from, and he has to go back there, and they're going to destroy the town and raise it and stuff. And he goes there, and he sees a girl that he knew in school, and of course they start to hit it off and everything.
Exactly.
He ends up saving the town.
Exactly. And sometimes it's the girl and not the guy. And the other one in the relationship is always some sort of awful person, and you wonder why. And then they go to the town and they meet the nice person, and it's always the same. They're all exactly the same.
Right.
That's why I like them.
I gotta agree with you about that.
You can have an IQ of 18 and understand a Hallmark movie. That's what's good about them.
It's only 12:30.
Are you getting in trouble, Richard?
I don't know if I'm getting in
Making too much
trouble or not.
noise? Yeah, I'm trying
Kenny
not to make too
Burrell's
much
Christmas
noise here.
album, Jackie, is great. I have that. That's one of my favorite. It might be my favorite instrumental album, or maybe after the Ventures. Instrumental Christmas album. Really good.
Hard to beat the Ventures.
Yeah, hard to beat the Ventures.
Oh, did you guys see Wonderful Christmas Time came back on the charts this week at like number 45 on Billboard, top
Really?
100? Yeah.
Why?
This is what I hate about now. Not that that's not a cool thing, but it probably didn't even get a re-release or anything. It just can happen now because
It can
everything
happen. Yeah.
all digital.
We'll see. When that single first came out, it didn't chart in the States at all.
No,
in
it
the
didn't.
top
I couldn't
100.
find a copy.
But like 2 years ago, it reached number 28 on the Hot 100.
I
and
couldn't find a copy of that.
It's ridiculous.
Christmas of '80.
How can a song from 40 years ago be in the top 100 now?
Because the charts now go by streaming and
they go by
radio
streaming,
play.
and
it's ridiculous.
They're not real.
Like, I can understand Let It Be being in the charts again because the box end in the movie, but I mean, why would that be in the 100?
Because it's Christmas time, and every Christmas song ever made is in the top 10. I mean, like "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree" by Brenda Lee got to number 3 a year or two ago, and it's
where's that Elton John Christmas song?
I think that went from 72 to 65 this week. The one with Ed Sheeran.
I can't. Yeah. But he did one back in the day. I can't even remember.
Step into Christmas.
Oh, Step into Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's what it was. I forgot he. Yeah, when I asked about it, I forgot that he did one with Ed Sheeran.
But yeah, it's ridiculous. I remember a couple years ago thinking wow, it took 40 years for Paul McCartney to have a top 40 hit with this song,
Yeah. So Kimber says Christmas of '80 was my first Christmas, so I guess she was born again in '80.
How did the vegan chestnuts roasting on an open fire chart? Did that even chart?
The vegan version?
Sounds like
yeah.
I don't know.
Because he took out the turkey.
Oh. No, that's the only Paul song on the top 40 right now.
No, I mean when he did the chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Yeah, that didn't make the charts.
No. Well, he owns that. That's why he did that one.
Oh, he owned chestnuts roasting on. I didn't know that.
That was one of the first songs he ever bought.
My God, the son of a bitch owns everything. I didn't like. Why am I not surprised?
He doesn't own me.
Well, it's not there. It was.
Nobody owns me. Nobody wants me. Nobody loves me.
And he's my hero, so I can talk about him like that. So.
So I see we all have our Christmas displays in the background.
Oh yeah, we're all.
Wow.
Not me. Yeah, no Christmas.
Just so Christmassy. I've got my Wes Anderson Christmas movie poster behind me. Yeah.
I think he should buy Michael Jackson's catalog. Don't you think that'd be funny if he did that?
It would be ironic.
That would be ironic.
It would be ironic.
Like One Direction going their separate ways. That's ironic.
Yeah, it's like starting a band called Split Up. It's like they broke up. Were you surprised? Come on.
I never thought of that, but the split ends should have shaved their heads. That would have been ironic.
That would have been, yeah.
Men without hats could have worn hats.
Could have worn hats. Men at work could have quit their jobs.
I was just thinking about men at work. I was like, what can I say about them?
I'm wondering if telephone books in Australia have white covers. Reason I ask that, I have an Australian copy. The Men at Work album cover, the first one, is a telephone book, I think, or is it just a sign? I can't remember. I was thinking it's a telephone book. Maybe it's just a work sign. I can't remember. But anyway, their cover in Australia is white. It's not yellow. I have an Australian copy and it's white, which is very odd.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's the only copy that I've ever owned. I don't know where I got it from. I don't remember. Probably some cutout bin somewhere, actually.
Probably, yeah.
Because that was another thing. Back when I was going to college, our college bookstore would always get in, like at the beginning of the year, these cutout bins of records. And they were always interesting, mostly imports. Probably 50 to 75% of these things were imports. And I got like some really cool.
My college had a really decent record store. I bought a lot in that store.
Yeah, and then
I probably spent more time in that store than I did in my classes.
They actually put in a record store at one point. They didn't have one, and then they did, and then I think it was only there a year or two, and then it went away again. But there was a real record store at one point, and then it was just a bookstore again. And not come to think of it, the real record store had a lot of imports too. In fact, the only place I ever saw in 1985 at Christmas time, they re-released in the UK, Do They Know It's Christmas, a different mix. They remixed it a year later, re-released it. That's the only place I ever saw a copy of that. And I didn't buy it, foolishly.
You'd think by now they would know it's Christmas.
But it was a cool mix, because what they did is they put a break in the middle and like all that spoken word stuff, or not all of it, a lot of it, and some different stuff that wasn't included on the B side. Where this is Paul McCartney and that was in the middle of the actual song, and then the song goes back into. It was a cool mix.
Oh, that's kind of clever.
Yeah, it was a cool mix. So McCartney was actually on the.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's the only way he's on the record. It's like
throw his voice saying this is Paul McCartney, which is why I wanted it, but I didn't get it.
It's always fun to watch a video and try to remember, who's who. I mean, people like Boy George obviously stand out, but
yeah,
is that Paul Young or is that somebody else?
There was the US 12-inch version, probably in the UK too, and that mix was interesting because they swapped a lot of the vocal parts around. Because they sang it more than one way, and then they just edited it together. So you've got different people singing different parts on the 12-inch than on the single.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do that with "We Are the World."
No, God. But we Are the World wasn't as bad as the Canadian one, in my opinion. The Canadian one was just
what was it? Hearing Aid?
The Northern Light.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the song. I've got the 45 somewhere, but I don't even remember the
Hearing
song.
Aid was like the hard rock version of USA for Africa.
Yeah, Northern Lights was terrible. Yep.
Which I always thought, like in the USA for Africa video, I always thought it was funny because in the video they show Dan Aykroyd up there singing.
Yeah,
and I'm like, he's Canadian. Like, what's he doing here?
Yeah, really.
You ever see the making of that? It used to be around. It was even came out on video at one point.
Yeah.
With like Michael Jackson wanted to shala.
Yeah. Well, my favorite part is they made Cyndi Lauper take all her earrings off because they were making noise.
Her bracelets and whatnot.
Take all her jewelry off.
She was kind of cute in that, the whole thing,
Yeah. I was a huge.
So what are you guys doing for Christmas?
This?
Staying home with the family. My son is actually coming from Indiana. My younger son.
That's very cool.
Which is nice.
That's nice.
Haven't seen him since 2019.
Wow.
In fact, Christmas 2019. So 2 years.
Yep.
Very nice.
I will probably just hang out with my 15-year-old son and the cat, like always.
Yeah.
How about you?
Idea. I have no idea. No one's told me yet.
What do you do, Richard?
Thanksgiving I spent with my mother, just me and my mother. What's the point, So I don't know.
How about you, Richard?
Oh, I don't know.
No big
Probably
plans?
nothing.
Yeah, Christmas is not what it was when my kids were younger, Well,
yeah.
Not just that. When the kids are younger and your parents are still alive. I mean, knock on wood, my mom is still alive, but my dad, my in-laws.
So, Christmas does kind of lose its luster a little as the years go by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking for this and I couldn't find it. And it was sitting right in front of me. It goes back to about 20 minutes ago in our conversation.
Oh, cool.
What's that?
That's wonderful Christmas time.
Wonderful Christmas time, Paul McCartney.
On red
You heard him,
vinyl.
right?
Red vinyl.
I don't have that actually.
Red wax. Red wax.
I don't have that actually.
With the Paul's best
picture,
B-side ever on the
Yes. Everybody's favorite Paul B-side.
Yeah.
July 19th, Kimber.
I like Wonderful Christmas
My
Time.
mom turns 100 on July 19th.
No, I love Wonderful Christmas Time, but the B-side is just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Mike, I wasn't disparaging. I was just like it was just any other day. I wasn't like, it wasn't disparaging hanging out with my mother. I'm just like it was just another day is all, That's all.
Oh, cool. Mike's dad would be 100 on July 19th. My mom's birthday.
I'm kind of excited because my mom always takes these music catalogs and circles stuff I might be interested in, and then in February she'll be like, "Do you have this?" And I'm like, "No," and she's like, "Okay, well forget about it until December, because I'm getting it." So I'm excited because I know I'm getting a DVD of the Strange Fruit Apple Records documentary.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, okay, and there's a couple other Beatles, anything Beatles and Dylan. She's like, "Do you have this?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Okay, forget about it." I'm like, "All right." Now I know that's what I'm getting for Christmas.
I don't get anything for Christmas. Well, no, I did. I got a lovely gift card. Thank you. I got a Christmas present
from an anonymous donor.
Yeah.
Richard missed that earlier. Tim went to check his mail and he had a surprise gift.
Yes.
Or maybe you were here, Richard.
Yeah, he was here.
Yeah.
He was here.
Yeah, he was there. See, if I went to my mailbox and I had a letter like that, I would be very worried because my luck, I'd open it and there's this white powder would spill out.
Yeah.
It would be like anthrax scare. It's
right. Yeah, right here.
Well, after I mailed it, I thought, why did I do that? Why didn't I just say it was for me or something?
I would have. I honestly would have assumed it was you, Robert. I don't.
When I bought it, I was thinking I'll send it and just say it's from the YouTube vinyl community or something. And then when I was at home, I just signed it a friend. And then when I was filling out the envelope,
I get something that said from a friend, I'm like, if I get something that said from a friend, I'd be like, I don't know if I'm going to open this shit. I don't know if I really want.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was also part of my thinking as to why I asked him about whether he got anything. Because I'm thinking if he gets it, this mysterious thing, he's probably going to be like, "Oh hell, I'm not opening this," and just throw it away.
Yeah, you get something in the mail that says return address, don't worry about it. Then you got to worry about it.
I don't worry about that kind of stuff.
I only wish it could have been more, Tim. Truthfully, I said truthfully, I wish it had been more.
No, Robert, that's fantastic.
I do what I can.
Well, I thank you.
With my background, I got to put all the good karma I can out there in the world.
Believe me,
I hope it comes back to me. As a matter of fact, the other day I was in the store, and I told the cashier I'll pay for the people behind me, because I saw they didn't have a lot of items. So but whatever. Yeah. So they tacked it onto my bill, and the cashier was like, "Oh, that's really nice." It's like, yeah, well, I hope it comes back to me someday. Like from the lotto or something, lottery.
Yeah. Yeah, Jackie, like I said, if you want to put your email address in the comment in my video, and then I'll erase it.
Well,
laughing at Kimba's comment.
Or underwear.
Yeah, it's not going to be socks or underwear. Yeah, I'll show it.
Those are like two of the more popular items in homeless shelters. I'm not suggesting you live in a homeless shelter. I'm just saying.
No. No, well, that's the whole point of the J.C. McPherson album I showed in my last video, Socks. That's the whole point of that song. He knew that he wasn't having a good year because he got socks.
Hey, my daughter actually wanted socks, so I bought her, and she wanted specifically the Nightmare Before Christmas, 15 days of socks or something. So I had to give it to her early so that she could open them 15 days until Christmas,
Wow.
So every day she sends me a text with the picture of the latest, that day's socks.
She sends you a picture of the latest socks. These are the hip socks that are going on nowadays.
I don't really see Kimba very much anymore. I don't know if she's subscribed to me anymore or not.
I forgot to show this while Brinley was still around.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
He's been trying to buy it off me, but I'm not going to sell it. At least not right now. If I didn't want it, I'd just send it.
There we go. There we go.
Kind of still want it. I have that out. That was the first Roy Wood solo. Well, that's the first Roy Wood solo there was. But that, another cutout bin. I can't tell you whose. Pennies, maybe. But I bought that in the cutout bin. I know that.
Yeah, I think.
And mustard. I bought mustard in a Hills cutout bin. I can tell you about that one.
Yeah, I used to live in the cutout bins. I used to love that.
Yeah, cutout bins were just the best. I never looked at. If a record store had a cutout bin, I wouldn't even usually look at the regular vinyl. I just go spend.
Yeah.
My mother would be like, "I'll meet you in an hour." I'd spend an hour in the cutout bins. I'm not looking at the rest of the store. I'm plowing through the cutout bins. Especially this one store. Like I said, I can't remember the name of the store, but it had to be 30 feet at least of cutout bin. It's like, oh my God.
That's like me, like being a fresh Beatles fan, like at 10 years old in 1980, and like picking up George Harrison and Somewhere in England and Stop and Smell the Roses and Rotogravure, like all that stuff for like $1 a piece. I'm like, this is fantastic,
Yeah.
And then plus I remember going to Murphy's Mart and like when the Columbia reissues of like the early McCartney albums came out. Remember picking up Band on the Run for like $4.99 on Columbia. It's like, yeah.
And I remember, I think it was the summer of '76 when the final Apple negotiations had gone on. So they were dumping all the Apple stock, all the Apple albums. And like there was a store called Barker's that got these in, and they were either $3.50 or $2.99 a piece for pretty much the whole Beatle catalog. They were all on Apple. And they weren't cut or anything. They're regular copies, but they were just being dumped because they were going to the Orange label exclusively at that point. I think it was orange or purple. I don't remember, but yeah. So a lot of my Beatle albums were on Apple because I bought them all then. I know I got Yesterday and Today then. That's one I can absolutely remember getting.
Well, guys, I gotta go because my phone's dying.
All right, Richard. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me on, Tim.
All right, Richard.
Well,
Have
Richard.
a good holiday.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Good to see everybody.
Merry Christmas.
What?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And then there were 3.
And then there were 3. I will follow you if you follow me. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's when Steve left the band. I guess he couldn't hack it anymore.
Oh man. Shots.
Everyone's a comedian.
Yeah.
I keep looking around for something to inspire me. The show. I could show Christmas 45s. I'm going to do that, by the way. At least I plan to before Christmas. Just do a 45 spin of all Christmas 45s. But I'm worried that I'll get
left.
I might even do it Christmas Eve. I'm not saying anybody will be watching me Christmas Eve, but I might even do it Christmas Eve just because I don't have anything to do. But I'm gonna have to start with obscure stuff because I think I'll probably be taken off at some point. If I start playing Wonderful Christmas Time and stuff like that, I'll probably be shut down.
Yeah, really.
Just don't play any Clapton. He'll sue you.
Yeah, I've heard. I wasn't gonna watch Mazzy's video because I thought he was gonna talk about the COVID thing, but it wasn't about that.
That's what I thought at first too. But I'm like,
it wasn't
okay.
about that at all. And I don't know how I feel about that. I found myself half agreeing with him and half not. I'm sure he didn't launch the thing. I'm sure it's his record label. Blah blah blah. I'm sure of that. And could he have stopped it? I don't know. Should he have stopped? I don't know. I mean, it's stupid. It in any other country, I can. It should be up to eBay. He should be going after eBay. Actually, is what they. If they're going to go after somebody, go after the platform, not the person.
Yeah, because aren't they supposed to weed that stuff out?
Exactly. Exactly. It shouldn't be on me. If I want to sell something, okay, I don't even necessarily have to have the knowledge that this isn't a legitimate release. I can put it up on eBay, and then eBay says, no, it's a bootleg, and they pull it down. That's the way it's supposed to work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not supposed to have the 100% knowledge about everything. I don't know. Working in a record store that got busted, I have a different opinion on this than maybe some people do. Well, I got to change my background photo. It just turned green. And I'm going to look very sickly.
I was going to say, you don't look good all of a sudden.
Yeah.
He's turning into the Hulk.
Yeah.
Got a hold of some bad lunch meat or something. I don't know.
Here, I'll show you. My background photo changes every half hour. Just the things I've used for projects, whatever. Any picture I have on my computer could come up. And that's what came up. So I'm green. So I have to do something.
That's a big screen.
Yeah, it's a green screen.
It's a big green screen.
Yeah. There we go. Picture of a gremlin. I have no idea why I have a picture of a gremlin, but there you go. Yeah, it's a gremlin.
Oh,
that is a gremlin. Yes,
it's a gremlin.
Wow, I didn't realize it was an AMC gremlin.
Yeah, it's a gremlin. I had one. We had one when I was a kid. You could tell they were made by the same company that made Jeeps. They rode like a Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
They rattled like a Jeep. There was so much Jeep-like about. I'd never ridden in a car that felt less like a car, more like it felt like an old Jeep. It felt like riding around. The dashboard was metal. It was
Well, that's not as bad as the AMC Pacer. That was just like a freaking heat lamp on wheels.
Yeah.
You know, it's like all that glass. It's like
that was ugly as sin.
And the driver's
first
door
car
was
was the
6
Ford
inches
Pinto, so I can't
wider
really
than
say
the
much.
passenger door.
the old
Did you know this
Pinto.
about this car? It wasn't symmetrical at all. The driver's door was this much bigger than the passenger door.
My Pinto cost me $800, which may be the best thing about it.
I never had one
It
of
was
those.
blue, had white pinstripe on it. I'd park that in the high school lot, and every day I came out, and the same two guys were rolling joints on the back window. They're like, "Oh, this window's like perfect for these." I'm like, okay, well, when you're done, I got to leave. You know.
Should have told them, say, buy a gatefold album like everybody else. Stop using my car.
Yeah, I'm still trying to remember the Gremlin. I think the inside of the doors were metal too. I don't even think it had like plastic, the inside of the door. I think it was all metal. I think it was all metal inside except for 2 seats, I think. It wasn't plush. I don't even remember if it had carpets. It was not a plush car.
Carpets were an option.
Yeah,
it was the only car, because my father sold cars for a living, and he'd license one once in a while and drive it, and then license something else, and he drove that for a little while. And it's the only car that we had to wear seatbelts in the front seat. This was way before seatbelt laws or anything, because the dash was metal, and if there was a quick stop, he was like, "No, you're wearing a seatbelt in this thing."
My dad only drove one, as I recall growing up, he only drove one type of car, Volkswagen Beetle.
Wow. See, I would have loved that. My dad hated imports. Almost to the day he died. He started coming around the last few years of his life, but from before that, American.
Yeah, my mom always wanted, the bigger cars, the Chevy Impalas or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
But my dad always had a little bug that he'd be zipping around town in. Winter came, he put chains on the tires.
My mom had a little Datsun once. I can't remember what it was. It was a little 4-door thing. It didn't have any power, but I used to drive it once in a while. I loved that car. She didn't like it at all, but I absolutely like.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Well, my Pinto got around after I was sort of done with it. I gave it to my girlfriend, who eventually became my wife, and then she gave it to her brother, and he eventually ran it to the ground. But it made the rounds. Actually, I think I had to sell it to her for $1. I don't think I could give it to her at the time. It was like we had to actually make a contract and sell it for $1 or something. And I moved up to a Pontiac Firebird. From a Pinto to a Firebird. I was in heaven.
My dad loved Firebirds, but he never owned one. He'd get them in. He'd buy them for resale, but he never licensed one. He never put one on the road. Yeah. I don't know.
I loved mine, but I got rear-ended by an elderly couple while I was stopped behind an elderly man who was making a left turn.
Mm-hmm.
And an elderly couple plowed into me, and of course I hit the car in front of me. My car kind of got squished like an accordion, but I was a young guy and I was fine. The ambulance came, took all the old people, and I said to the cop, I think I should go to the hospital too. And he was like, fuck you, pretty much, because he figured I must have been to blame. I'm the young guy in the Firebird, and here are these elderly people who look like they're hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I called my dad, and he picked me up, and I went to the hospital. And there were the elderly people leaving, and I ended up getting a neck brace. I felt like going to the police department saying, "Where's that fucking cop?" The elderly people were fine. I was not.
Yeah.
I still miss that car though. Great times in that car.
My last car, I got rear-ended 3 times. The same car. I don't know what it was about that car, but I wasn't sorry to see it go. I don't know. 3 different people rear-ended me. 3 separate occasions. Like, what is going on?
Wow.
One guy rear-ended me twice. The first time, this drunk guy in this van. He was so drunk, he was literally using my car to stop. So in 2 consecutive stop signs, he hit me.
Wow.
And I didn't. The first time it was just a little bump, and I let it go. The second time was a boof, and so I didn't go again. I pulled over. And he fouled me, and there was these kids drinking beers out in the yard. Saw the whole thing. They called the cops.
It wasn't like icy roads or anything, was it?
Literally fell out of his van. He got out of his van. He literally fell out of it. He could barely stand up. And one of the kids, while I was talking to him, went into his van and took his keys. Cops like, thanks, but don't ever do that because you don't know. This guy might have a gun. The cop was like, don't do that. He's like, thank you, but And the cop told me, what do you want to see happen here? Because this guy was clearly, I'm like, I want to at least see him spend the night in jail. And he's like, oh, don't worry, he's going to jail. I'm like, then I'm all good. Second time was, again, I was at a stop sign. I stopped like you're supposed to. Next thing I know, older woman, wasn't that old. Poof. I'm like, I got out of my car, and I didn't. And it was only a month later or something like that. And she's like, "Oh my God, she might have been texting or something. I don't know what the hell." The third one was snowy, and I was going to work, and I was at a red light. I'm in a red light at speed. The third one.
Oh wow.
And it was a young girl, and my back window was kind of fogged up. I couldn't really see out of it. So I'm assuming that she was texting. And it didn't do much to my car, but her car wasn't really all buckled up. And so I didn't
whiplash or anything.
No. I just let her deal with what she had to deal with, and I left. But 3 times.
Wow. That's unlucky.
Yep.
Well, I think I'm going to have to call it a night because I got to work in the morning.
All right.
Yeah,
Robert.
I'm getting ready to head off to bed. Here.
Okay. Well, thank you both for coming, and thank everybody. Kimba, thank you. And Jackie, I'm going to be Schnee here for a second. And the name I can't pronounce. And Mike and anybody else that might, AZ Mick, if you're still hanging around, anybody else, thanks a lot for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Have a Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas, everyone. I look forward to your 45 spins on the Christmas Eve.
I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Hopefully not Christmas Eve, but we'll see. All right, gentlemen.
All right. Catch you guys later.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye.